Hey Gillie, happy solar eclipse slash new moon in Cancer. I hope that your energy is feeling good right now. It can get a little emotional, I think. We kind of discussed yesterday about all of the energy and everything that's kind of happening with our planets right now. So there are definitely some big changes coming in for most of us. I think I've just been talking to a few people and everyone's been feeling extra emotional. I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday and she's like, man, I just feel so out of sorts and I'm like crying for everything, or like everything just feels, so deep. And I said, welcome to the life of a Cancer, because that is how I feel all the time. So I hope that you are feeling good though, right? I think right now is just a big time for us to feel all of the things, right? So I have a spread here and it covers a few more things than what you had asked for, but I think it will be good. It still covers the career and the love that you were kind of looking at, but just also kind of like, your present moment, anything about like kind of your inner circle, and then, or just kind of like your home life, boat life, whatever. And then your near future. And I don't know, near future to me is like 6 months ahead. And I think that that's a pretty good thing, because especially just with like the new energy that we're in right now, a lot of stuff that if we're doing any sort of new moon rituals or any sort of manifesting, I think it's important to kind of, they say it's always good to go back 6 months from now and kind of just look at the stuff that we were thinking about and see if, see if things manifested the way that we had asked them to during that time. So we'll see. Okay. Divine Spirit, Ancestors, and Guides, we have Gillie here to play with us today. I'm asking that you use me as a channel, make my communication clear, help me see the vision for Gillie within the next 6 months of her life, especially for her love and her career life. Please, Spirit, as always, Ancestors and Guides, I thank you. I thank you for using me as a clear channel. I cannot do this without you. Okay, what is Gillie's present looking like? What is Gillie's present moment looking like? Yay! Alrighty, we got the Wheel of Fortune right out the gate. Completion of cycles. Divine timing, things coming in. Also the realization that everything has its season, right? The realization that sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down, just like the wheel, okay? Perfect for, especially for this new moon, right? Okay. Geez. It looks like we're moving away from some things here. Gillie's career, please. What is Gillie's career looking like, please? Okay. Gillie's career, please. 3 more cards. Lots of balance, lots of moving away from things so far. This is nice. Okay. Love life, relationships. Okay, getting unstuck, right? I think a huge thing right now, especially in Cancer season, is we tend to hold on, right? So even when you're not a Cancer, I think that some of us will feel that energy during the season, and you know, just kind of embody some of that energy, right? And us crabs have our little claws, and once we hold on to something, that's it. It's very hard to let go. I'm not picking up that energy for you in any of these areas. I see a lot of, ooh, too many spirit. Just 4 cards, please, for Gillie's near future, 6 months from now. What does Gillie's life look like? What are some messages that you have from her for 6 months from now, please? Yeah, like I said, I don't see any issues with being stuck here for you, little lady. I see moving on. I see rapid change. I see creation, and I see beauty here for you. Okay? So here we go. Let me just get this in order here. Alright, I hope that you can see that good. I'm actually just gonna, okay. One of these days I'm gonna get a little bit bigger of a, something that goes up a little bit higher, just so you can kind of fully see everything. But okay, you know, I'll do it in another shot. But okay, Miss Gillie. Over here, for your here and now, like I said, right out the gate, we have the Wheel of Fortune, you know, and the Wheel of Fortune is not only a 10 card, and 10s always indicate beginnings and endings all at once. But again, it's just, you know, it's your life cycles. It's a turning point. It's good fortune coming to you with the realization that everything has its season. You know, that old adage, what goes around comes around. I think that right now, with this, you know, you have the 7 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, another beginning and ending all wrapped up into one, and the 8 of Wands. And so, the energy that I kind of pick up here, again, is kind of moving away from things that are not serving you, right? Coming out of just fast change, kind of coming up, you know, with the 7 of Swords, he's funny. He always makes me laugh. I call him the sneaky little bastard card. Just because typically he'll represent somebody trying to get away with something. But, you know, it could also talk about just kind of needing to take a shortcut to get somewhere or to resolve an issue. Kind of taking the fast way out. And I don't always see that as a bad thing. The energy that I pick up here in your present is that there may be something, I want to say maybe an old way of thinking or an old way of doing things that you're just really trying to move away from here. Again, the 8 of Wands talks about just rapid change. And the 10 of Swords is really, you know, it's an ending. It may have been something painful. But the good part, I think, about this card, like the more positive side, is that, you know, everything, it marks the final ordeal, you know, so it's, again, it's that realization that, you know, this is over now, this can't affect you anymore, and you're really kind of reflecting here. There's a lot of reflection here, and there's, I feel an energy to just move away from things, like I said, that don't serve you, and just move away from them as fast as you possibly can, right? Like, kind of getting into this energy of realizing that, you know, certain things just have come to a close and that that's okay, and not dwelling on them, you know. So that's good. I like that. I like that energy a lot. So I think that you are stepping into a very good mindset, you know, one that is to serve your highest good. Over here, this section is just kind of like your, you know, your household or your inner circle, just kind of maybe the people around you. Again, I see here, so the 4 of Cups, 10 of Wands, another ending and beginning all in one. You have so many 10s here on the board, which I think are good. You have the Strength card, and then you have the 8 of Swords. So this energy here, I'm kind of feeling, you know, you may have a very strong influence in your life. but that influence could very easily be yourself. Again, I see you, you know, maybe moving towards better opportunities for yourself. Maybe you have friends around you who are helping you move towards those opportunities. The Ten of Wands sometimes will kind of talk about, you know, kind of carrying the burden on yourself. But I don't see that really being an issue here for you, you know, because you have the Strength card with it. And so it's kind of like, again, that, you know, just maybe learning how to prioritize your time, you know, kind of maybe coming out of, again, coming out of a very stuck energy, you know, finding your strength, realizing that sometimes, you know, I don't think that you're ever alone. You have this Four of Cups energy here right now, and that Four of Cups is kind of talking about, you know, maybe an opportunity being presented to you. And again, it could be just something out of the blue. It could be somebody in your world offering something to you, or it can just kind of be here. I see a lot of this energy as more of like an internal thing kind of going on. You know, so if we're talking about, you know, household or an inner circle, I kind of always see it as well as sometimes, you know, we isolate ourselves from the world, or sometimes we just kind of need to take a break, and that's okay too. So I also kind of see it as like inner feelings. And so, you know, if you know, you found yourself kind of engrossed in your thoughts, for a little bit, I kind of see you coming out of it and just kind of creating a space for yourself, you know, just really, this card too just kind of talks about sitting alone and just kind of realigning yourself and really getting to know yourself a little bit better. Like I said, coming out of any stuck or hurt or defensive energy, and just kind of really finding your strength and taking that on alone. Making the realization that our inner work and things that we have to do sometimes are best done away from everybody else. You know, so you know, the Four of Cups, again, this guy's kind of sitting here. He kind of seems to be refusing what's being offered to him. But in this energy, I don't really see it as a flat out refusal. I just kind of see it as maybe needing a little bit more thought, maybe needing a little bit more time to yourself to really, really think about anything that may be coming up for you, and anything that that may present itself to you. The Seven of Cups also fell out with it. And so I do indeed think that this is a wise choice right now. Like I said, if you do find yourself maybe needing a little bit of rest, a little bit of relaxation away from everybody, I think that's very wise right now, because the Seven of Cups is also kind of just a little, I don't like to say the word warning, but it's just kind of like, I guess we'll just say it for lack of a better term here. You know, that you, if not now, you may have a lot of energy coming towards you, or you may have a lot of things kind of coming towards you, opportunities. And these could be career opportunities, these could be opportunities in love, this could be opportunities for friendship, just whatever opportunities are coming towards you. The Seven of Cups kind of reminds you to tap a little bit more into your higher self, because everything that glitters isn't gold, right? And to just really, really go with your intuition, buckle yourself down and choose. Which here, again, you're making that decision here, which I like these two together, because, you know, this one over here is kind of talking about, you know, that everything that glitters isn't gold, and kind of being careful with your choices. And then this one here is saying, like, yeah, maybe later, you know? So I think that I have a sense that you're being very smart about your decisions. I have a feeling that you are kind of, you know, tapping into your higher power, finding your inner strength, and just kind of making sure that any step that you make here on out, or anything that you're going to do moving forward, that you're doing it planned. You know, nothing, you know, change might be coming in quick, but I see you staying stable, and I see you staying very much in your energy, and kind of making sure that everything that you do is for your greatest good, which is amazing. Okay. Over here, this section, it is, let me see if I could, yeah, so that is your career section. Again, I really, really like this energy here. You have the Emperor crowning it, and so, you know, the Emperor, he is that, like, the ultimate patriarchal energy. You know, he is a powerful leader. He knows how to create calm out of chaos, right? And he offers really good guidance to you, right? And so I feel like right now you are being guided again, um, to move away from anything that really wasn't serving you again. Here we have with the Six of Swords, it talks about somebody moving away from things that aren't serving them, and kind of just like realizing what you're going to take with you. You may be in a state of transition, and you may be leaving behind things that are very familiar to you. And again, just kind of like this energy here, it's like a sadness, but it's more of a sadness because it's like sadness and happiness kind of all wrapped up together is how I see it, because you know that this is the ending of something, which, for most people, endings don't feel good, but you have deep down, you know that it's for your greatest good, and you know that you can't carry things with you to where you're going, right? Like just people, old belief systems. Not everything can come with us when we're in a state of transition, and I think that you're in this realization of that. Because then you have the Queen of Swords here, and again, that is mental clarity, things just kind of opening up to you, and maybe really realizing, you could be in money-making opportunities or in a career or just in a state of life right now that you aren't really sure about, or maybe it was weighing you down in some way. The Queen of Swords kind of comes to just cut all of that out, to be direct, and that's not only with other individuals, that's with yourself as well. Our self-talks are strong right now, when you're in this energy, you're flexible and you're open to input. You kind of know that your emotions aren't going to really help you right now. You have to kind of be really in your head, The Queen of Swords is a truth seeker, and she's very practical. So it's not to say that she has no emotions, because I believe everything that we approach should probably be with a little bit of head and a little bit of heart. But the Queen of Swords kind of knows how to cut through all of that, and to cut through any confusion and give herself what's for her highest good here. And then you have the Nine of Cups closing it out. And so the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. It's satisfaction. It's kind of a card that lets you know that if everything that you've been wanting or things that you've been working towards aren't here yet, they will be here very soon. And it just talks about remaining grateful and counting your blessings. Which I really like that this card would come out here, especially in your career section, because again, if you've been getting more in tuned with yourself, and if you've been, again, releasing things that don't serve you, and maybe thinking up new ideas, maybe coming and looking at situations in a more logical manner, and swords are all about action. So if you have been indeed taking action towards finding something new for yourself, or towards a new career choice, I see it working out for you here. I think it's beautiful, again, for that energy to end with the Nine of Cups, because it's here, it's like you're kind of, doing the work, you're standing in your power, you're standing in your truth, and you're getting the clarity that you need. If, this hasn't happened yet, or if, you've been thinking about just kind of doing some things for yourself again. And sometimes self-care is just cutting things off that are no longer serving us, and it's always just kind of working towards what's going to give us the best possible outcome. So if you have been doing that, I see it really working out for you, over here within this next 6 months at least, right? Good. Okay. So then over here, moving along, we have, over here. So move it over this way here. Okay, yeah, this section right here, that is the relationship, love life, spiritual life. So we started off with the Queen of Pentacles. Very, very nice energy again. So the Queen of Pentacles is a very nurturing energy. It's a desire to help. It could be representing just you having a very healthy balance right now between home, work, and me time. Being able to kind of, ground yourself. I think that when this card comes out in a relationship question, I think it is nice, because to me, it kind of speaks to remaining yourself and remaining independent, no matter what surrounds you in your relationships or in your love life. And never really losing who you are and never losing the balance that you feel within, right? Pentacles is talking about our stability and our security in this lifetime and in our worlds. So I think that for this to be crowning your reading, it's a reminder to always remain yourself, no matter what's going on around you. The Three of Wands, it talks about new opportunities opening up to you in travel or just an opportunity to learn. It's just foresight. It's opportunities coming to you and you just kind of being aware that there may be obstacles ahead. But you're up for the challenge, right? You got this. You kind of know that you do and you're ready for it. This guy's kind of looking out into the horizon and he sees everything that may be opening up to him in manners of love here. Because this is the love section and you have this Queen of Cups as well. And the Queen of Cups is talking about just being very supportive and caring and needing others. Kind of just letting people be themselves, letting them do them, and tapping into your intuition and kind of just really remaining emotionally stable and in your flow here. And so, you may be embarking on a new love journey, again here, and you have the Hermit kind of closing it out. And, the Hermit, again, it's soul searching. It's taking a break, considering a new direction or raising your vibration. So what I'm getting here is that, maybe you or the person that you may be dealing with, maybe there was some past hurts, maybe there was some things going on here that left somebody not feeling super balanced, or maybe some emotions weren't really as stable as possible. And so we can have somebody here in this position just maybe wanting to retreat, maybe wanting to just kind of run away from this connection. But I don't get the sense that if this is happening that it's anything bad. I think it's more of a contemplative energy. I think it's more just kind of something to really, again, with this, we talk about, foresight, and we talk about things being planned, so maybe it's taking a little break, to stabilize yourself again, or, maybe kind of taking a step back, not really feeling, super balanced or ready for the commitment, or ready for the new changes and for all of the adventures that may be coming up. I also maybe get a sense that, again, maybe somebody is running away or wanting to hide away from a connection. But I don't really see that as being necessary. I think that maybe sometimes, can we clarify the Hermit here? I think that maybe sometimes, it might get a little scary, especially if our feelings are kind of coming away from us, right? But I do like how this Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups both show up here. And I think that it is more of a reminder than anything to stay stabilized with matters of the heart, and to kind of make sure that we're always, we're still independent, right? Beauty comes, and beauty in the form of love can come into our life sometimes, or, our feelings can kind of come. I mean, it doesn't have to be love, but it could just kind of be like, something that's coming forward for you. And, just kind of that reminder to stay in your head. You have the perfect balance here of head over heart. And in the reverse as well, just heart over head, so just kind of making sure that no matter what, we have that balance. I think that it's okay to give yourself